Hello, welcome to episode 395. I've updated the portal arrows to use components. So we're in 1.21 now, and also they're multiplayer friendly. So I can have my entrance, I'm only allowed one, and I can have my exit, and I can go in and pop out the other side. Now, if Minion wants to, Minion can use my portals, like that, but they can also have their own. So I put an entrance over there and an exit there. Well, it'd be useful if you press the right button. So, okay, so the entrance links to the correct exit. So my entrance links to my exit. Minion's entrance links to Minion's exit, like so. And if I try and create a new entrance, then my existing entrance will die, only mine, and Minions are fine. There we go. So we've got multiplayer friendly and 1.21 version of the portal arrows. We could waffle on, but it's a little bit of a long one, so I think what we'll do is we'll just get on and build it now. Okay, right. First thing we're going to need is a couple of scoreboard objectives. One to store an ID for everyone, and one to say if they've used their bow. So, set up. There we'll have scoreboard, objectives, add, we'll just call it ID, dummy, I'm going to control that one. Chain always active, and this one will be used bow, used : bow. Done. Make sure we create them. Okay, now let's give the player their items. Give nearest player a bow. The bow can be completely ordinary. You don't have to do anything for the bow. In fact, I'm going to just say give bow. In the description, I'll put a name and lore for it, but for here, I'm just going to do that because that's all we need. And then I will give tipped arrows. Okay. Item name equals apostrophe speech marks. Let's say portal arrow entrance. I'm not going to bother giving it any lore because that'll save time. We do need custom data. Equals open and close. It will be arrow entrance or whatever you want to use. You can use whatever you like there. And potion contents. Let's give it a colour. A custom colour. I'm going to do 25275540. Done. I'm going to control middle mouse, put that down there, get rid of those three. Okay, let's change the colour. So we've got greenish for the other one. Let's get something sort of orangey. 1438 1848. Now it's not an entrance, so we better change this custom tag as well, or custom data as it's called now. Arrow exit, and let's change its name. Exit arrow. Okay, we've got those. Now, if I fire an arrow now, it will pick the one closest to the left, so it will take the green one, which is the entrance arrow, or I can just put it on my offhand, and that will fire that one. Okay, so closest to the left is the arrow that gets fired. Right, let's make some controllers. First of all, let's press that again just to make sure. Let's give every player their own ID. So this will be a controller. And we'll call it player ID or assign ID, whatever you want. We will execute as all players. Don't need that. Unless the score of that player ID equals that player's ID. So if it's minus, fine. If it's 0, 1, 1,000, fine, we won't do anything. But if it's null, that means they don't have a score, so we're going to give them one. We will store result as a score in that entity's ID. The result of what? The result of run scoreboard players add. We'll have a fake player. Let's call them ID holder, and we'll add 1 to their ID. So I will join. My score will be null. Therefore, I will add 1 to ID holder. ID holder will become 1, and it will then give me that score. Next player will join. They won't have a score. We'll add 1 to ID holder. That becomes 2, and we give that to the player, and so on for every player. Okay, so I'm going to turn that on now, and we do scoreboard objectives, set display to the sidebar, ID. We've got 2 and 1. Okay, so I'm 1, minion, you're 2. Cool, that seemed to work. We'll leave that there for now. Right, now when I fire an arrow, I want to give that an ID as well. I think we'll just give any arrow an ID. Doesn't matter if it's a normal arrow, we just won't use the ID. So let's do the controller arrow ID, and I will execute as any player whose scores equals they've used their bow equals 1 or higher at themselves, so that's important, as any entity whose type equals arrow, sort equals nearest, limit equals 1. So we're getting the nearest, we're executing as a player who's just used their bow at the nearest arrow. And we'll do that ID check again, unless, oops, let's come out of that, unless score, we're executing as the arrow, so arrow ID equals arrow ID, run scoreboard players operation, the arrow's ID will equal, and we're executing at the player who used their bow, so we can just go and get them by saying distance equals less than 0.1. We could put a limit and a sort on there as well. And we're going to take their ID. So that will copy my ID to the arrow. Done. And now we'll just reset the fact that I've used my bow, or anyone. So scoreboard players reset all players whose scores equals used bow equals 1 or higher, reset their used bow. Done. So now if I fire arrows, the arrow's got my ID. That's cool. Okay, and if we go and get minion, you can have some stuff as well. Now if you fire an arrow, arrow's got your ID. Cool. Okay, so that's working. Right. Now we'll have a controller to make an entrance. Now if I'm going to make an entrance, I want to destroy any of my existing entrances, not anyone else's, only mine. So let's call this controller what entrance makes sense. So the first thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to find my arrow, well, I find any arrow in the ground, any special arrow in the ground, and we'll tag it. So let's execute as any entity whose type equals arrow. So we're going to find any arrow. Now we'll only check special ones if items entity at S contents. Now here we could put a star. I don't think we could put arrow. I think we could put tipped arrow though. So let's try tipped arrow first. Tipped arrow. And contents, we want to check the custom data. And if we say equals, I believe the problem we have here is it's going to look for, put arrow, arrow entrance. So if it's only got arrow entrance, I think this will work. But if it has arrow entrance and something else, I think this will fail. So we have to put not an equal sign, we want a tilde. So now it's saying as long as it contains arrow entrance, we don't care about anything else as long as it's got that. So we've gone from the arrow, we've gone to all special arrows. Now we'll do the NBT check because that's the thing that's slowest. At S, NBT equals in ground equals true. So if you are in the ground, then we will run tag yourself, add, let's say check me. So that'll tag it. Done. Let's check it. So you're in the ground, you've got my ID. Let's do data get entity, any entity, type equals arrow, limit equals 1. Press T. I can see it's got the tag check me. Okay. Right, let's fire it up in the air and check its data while it's in the air. Can we back down? Landed right on me. Okay, and it doesn't have the check me. Cool, so that seems to work. It only adds a tag when it's in the ground. Nice. Now, what we want to do is we will check if there's any portal entrances with the same ID as the arrow. And if there are, we'll kill them because we're only allowed one entrance each. So let's execute as any entity, type equals arrow, tag equals check me at itself, as any entity, thank you, whose type equals marker, whose tag equals portal entrance. Okay, yeah. If score at S, so that's the marker ID, equals any entity whose type equals arrow, whose tag equals check me, whose distance equals less than 0.1, limited to 1, we will check in their ID. Oh, outside, there we go. Check in their ID. If they do match, then run kill at S, which is the marker. Done. So that should kill any of my markers, or any of the person who fired the bow's markers. Now let's create a new marker. Execute at. I think we'll just do at the arrow this time. Type equals arrow, tag equals check me. Should we do a block check for air? So to make sure there's air where you place the entrance. I don't think it really matters for the entrance. If you can't get in it, you just move it. Let's do a block check anyway, just in case you want it. You can always leave this bit out. If block at the arrow is any type of air, so if it's cave air, void air, or normal air, and we'll have to check the block above that as well. So if block one above that is any type of air, then we will run summon a marker at those coordinates. We'll give it some tags. We'll have 2 tags, 1, 2. First, we'll have portal marker. It is a portal, could be entrance, could be exit, we don't know. And now let's specifically say it is an entrance portal. Okay, portal entrance. That should be alright. Okay, now we're not going to see those markers yet. So let's keep going. Now, what I want to do is copy the ID from the arrow to the new marker. So let's do that now. We will execute as any entity whose type any entity whose type equals arrow, whose tag equals check me at itself, as any entity whose type equals marker, whose tag equals portal entrance, unless score the portal entrance ID equals the portal entrance ID. So if it's already got a score, we do nothing. If it hasn't got a score, we run scoreboard players operation at S. So the marker's ID equals any entity, and remember we're still executing at the arrow. So we can say type equals arrow, tag equals check me, distance equals less than 0.1, and we can put a limit as well, limit equals 1, ID, so that's going to copy the ID to the new portal marker we've just put down. Now we'll kill the arrow, we don't need the arrow anymore, so let's kill any entity whose type equals arrow, whose tag equals check me. Done. Okay, so that should be working, but we can't actually see the portals, so that would be next. Let's execute at any entity whose type equals marker, whose tag equals portal entrance. Was a green color arrow? Yeah. Run particle dust. So if it's green, we want color. No red, all green, no blue. We'll need a scale as well for this size, scale of 1. That seems unhappy with me. What have I done wrong? Why unhappy? It looks okay. Maybe it needs stuff after the end. No, I'm sure that's right. Of course. No colon. There we go. Silly me. Color. Colon. Okay, so it's all red, green, blue. That's all green. We'll have it 0.2 on the X, 0.3 on the Y, 0.2 on the Z. That's its dimensions-ish. No speed. Count of 5. We'll force the particles. Although we're going to kill it if the player gets too far away, so force doesn't really matter. And we'll see what on earth have we missed off. Oh, we've missed off where we want to run it. There we go. At those coordinates. Cool. So I should... Now I don't see ID on the side for that thing, so that looks like it's not got an ID. And that portal's very low. Let's lift that up first. Let's put 1 on there to lift that up. That's a bit better. Now they don't have ID, so we've got a mistake in transferring the ID from the arrow to the portal. So let's have a look at that command. No. Here. Okay. Well, I can see straight away our check me tag is spelled wrong. Done. Now these two here are probably going to grab IDs. So now everyone's got an ID. Now the next one should find all 3 of these and do nothing with them. So it's not killing them for some reason. Okay, so we've got another mistake. Why have we got another mistake? So let's find the bit that's killing them. Execute as type arrow. Check me, yeah. At S. Let's check these. At E, yeah. At S. As any entity. Type equals marker. Tag equals portal entrance. If score at S. Well, we've got is, not ID. You knew I did that. You watched me do that and you were laughing at me. There we go. We just got the ID wrong. So let's hope that one found all the others with the same ID and killed them. Okay, so we can only have ID seem to be working. Let's get it off the sidebar because it's annoying now. We can only have 1. That's mine. Okay, let's check. Can Minion have 1 as well? Yeah. Yeah. Does it matter if Minions is right next to me? Ow. Okay. Yeah. We've both got 1. Cool. Okay. Now it could be a bit confusing whose is whose. I don't know, if you were using macros or something clever, you could probably give everyone a different colour. I'm not going to be doing that in this tutorial. Right, so we've all got one. Let's do an exit. So I'm going to keep these. And I reckon exit is going to be basically the same. I think we might just take all of these blocks here. Copy everything from here. Right, everything from the entrance maker. So just say controller exit. And let's have a look through it, see what we need to change. So, first of all, execute an arrow, yes. If items, entity, contents. Okay, so we don't want to execute at the entrance, we now want to execute at the exit. If it's in the ground, add check me. That seems alright. Okay, next. Arrows, check me at S, type equals marker, tag equals, oh, well, we'll call this one portal exit instead. If score, all seems good. Okay, next one. Execute, type arrow, check me, if block, yeah, for the exit, we definitely want this air check block. Unless you're mean, but otherwise people could fire their exit portals into places that will kill them when they come out. Summon, okay, we're going to be summoning a portal exit instead. Done. Home. Now copying the ID. This one's much easier to do. Just have to change a few words. That's all okay. Yeah. Now I think change the, oh, kill the arrow, no problem. Change the colour. So you'll be looking for an exit. What exit colour? As long as it's not green, it doesn't really matter. Let's what colour? We've got orange arrows. Okay, let's go red. There we go, red. Done. Let's stick the exit arrows in my offhand. I reckon that it would help if we turned it on. That's what I reckon. Okay, so I've got an exit there. Let's fire another one. That seems good. Okay, well I can only have one exit. Let's get Minion to shoot one. Minion, fire an exit over in front of me somewhere. Okay, another one. Cool. Okay, so we can both have one entrance and one exit. They're not actually doing anything at the moment, so I think that'll be next. Actually, next, let's make it so if we walk away from them, they despawn. Okay, obviously up to you if you want this bit on your map or not. So let's do the entrance one first. Let's execute as, well, we're going to have to check the ID as well, aren't we? Any entity, so we'll be executing at the marker, right, as the marker. Type equals marker, tag equals portal entrance, at yourself, and then do we want to at yourself? Yeah, and then so we're executing at the marker, then we'll execute from the marker to any player whose distance equals 20 or more. So at the moment that'll die if anyone goes too far away, so that's not helpful. So if score at S, so score for the marker ID equals all players distance close to the 0.1, limit equals 1, ID run kill the marker. Okay, that feels alright. Okay, let's run away. There we go. Okay, so that entrance wasn't mine. That entrance is Minions, so that's not breaking. my entrance has gone. Okay, so that seemed to work. We'll stay within range of this one, and then we'll run minion away. And minion's too far. Minions will. Okay, that seems good. Right. Let's just control copy that, or control middle mouse. Pop it on the end. Go in here and change what we need to. So we'll do exit. Okay. Done. If you wanted, you could keep these bits as a separate controller. Up to you. Then you can turn them on and off whenever you wanted to. Right, so we've got our exits. Let's get an entrance down each as well. Minion entrance, please. Anywhere. That was too far away. That's a bit better. Okay, right next to the exit. Can you try again, please? Thank you. It's a bit better. It's not much better. God's sake. Why you like? Just thank you. There we go. Right. Now I suppose they're kind of pointless unless you can teleport between them, which I think we're probably going to be able to get away with doing in one command. Control that. Teleport. So we're going to walk into we're going to be a certain distance away from the block. Let's say we're within one block of the entrance. We're going to need to teleport to anyone who's got the same score. So we're going to execute as the entrance, at the entrance, and then as every exit. Okay, that's right. So we will execute. I don't think we need to do as portal entrance. I'm going to do it anyway because in my head it's going to help me work it out. We can always try and play around with it later. Type equals marker, tag equals portal entrance at yourself. So, okay. Then we're going to switch to as any entity whose type equals marker, tag equals portal exit. Okay, so what's going to happen here? Yeah, as each marker, so we'll come here first, and then we'll jump to there and check that one, and then we'll jump to there and check that one. Okay. So as the portal exit, if score portal exit ID equals any entity, tag equals type equals marker, tag equals portal entrance, limit equals 1, distance equals less than 0.1. Okay, so that should be okay because we're executing at the entrance already. Okay, so if their IDs match, then we'll run teleport any player who's a distance less than 1 to at S, which should be the exit. Let's have a little look. Execute as every portal entrance. As, okay. At it, which we might not need. As every portal exit, if the score of the exit equals the entrance closest to where we're executing, which is currently at the entrance. Okay, so if their IDs do match, then teleport the player who is within one block of where we're executing, which is the entrance, to at S, which is the exit. Okay. Okay. Right, let's try. Oh my. Okay, is this mine then? This must be my exit. Let's test because we need a clear way. There's my entrance. There's my exit. Right, if I go in there, I should come out there. Okay, that does seem to work. if I go in there, I should come out there. Okay, Minion, does it work for you as well? Let's get a view so we can see. Go and chuck yourself in one of those things. Yeah, that was good. Okay, there we go. So we can use each other's portals. So I can use Minion's, Minion can use mine, but we can only have one exit and one entrance each. So we are multiplayer friendly, and we're in 1.21. Job done. I have no idea how long I've kept you here. Terribly sorry. It's cool. Now, I did want to add sounds up. Let the waffling begin. I did want to add sounds, but the problem I was having, I thought I'd just get this out now, is who do you play the sound for? If you play it at the players, sometimes you don't get it. If you play it here and then teleport the player's not going to hear the sound. So you want to play it here and play it when they arrive. It got a little bit confusing, so I thought I'll leave that for now. I'll get this out, and maybe we can update it in the future. I think this is definitely going to be one that when we move on to data packs, we'll be coming back to revisit this anyway. Anyway, waffle done. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye.